Major belief systems in Asian countries. Ancestor worship and folk religion. Major religions in Asia. Asia is the largest and most populous continent and the birthplace of many religions, including Buddhism, Christianity, Confucianism, Hinduism, Islam, Jainism, Judaism, Shinto, Sikhism, Taoism, and Zoroastrianism. Distributions of religious beliefs in Asia. Asian religions. China and neighboring countries, with a population of 1.4 billion plus. Ancestor worship, atheism, Buddhism, Confucianism, Taoism, folk belief, and witchcraft. Ancestor worship and folk religion. Ancestor worship is deeply rooted in China and is still very much alive today. It has long been a key religious belief and practice in China. The practices of ancestor veneration are popular in South China, whereas in North China, worship of communal deities is prevalent. Ancestor worship and practice. The practice is derived from the belief that after death, the spirits of the departed continue to influence the world of the living. The soul is believed to become restless and likely to exert an unfavorable influence on the living, unless it was venerated in the expected manner. The practice revolves around the ritual celebration of the deified ancestors organized in ancestral shrines. Ancestors, their ghosts, spirits, and gods are considered part of this world. That is, they are neither supernatural in the sense of being outside nature, nor transcendent in the sense of being beyond nature. The ancestors are human who have become godly beings, beings who have kept their individual identities. Offerings and burnings can take place at the graves of ancestors but are usually directed towards soul tablets of the deceased in homes and temples. Special holidays. Tomb Sweeping Festival, Qingming. The Tomb Sweeping Festival is a day in April when the Chinese traditionally honor their dead ancestors by visiting their tombs and sweeping the tomb sites. Participants sometimes place flowers on the tombs, burn ghost money, and make offerings of fruit or food. In rural areas, tombs are painted, grass is cut, and the areas around the tombs are swept clean. The holiday also marks the beginning of the busy agricultural season, when the fields are prepared and seeds are planted. Ghost Month. Ghost Month begins on the full moon of the 7th month of the lunar calendar, usually around mid-August, and lasts for 15 days to a month. It is a time when some Chinese believe spirits get a summer vacation from the other world and return to the mortal world to cause mischief. The Chinese go out of their way to be nice to ghosts and go about their activities with more caution than usual. Many people avoid traveling, moving into new homes, opening businesses, or getting married because ghosts associated with these endeavors could cause mischief. What does the Bible say about ancestor worship? There is only one mediator between the living and God. That is Jesus Christ. After people die, they go to heaven or to hell, but do not inhabit this physical world. For those who believe and have put their faith in him, Jesus Christ acts on their behalf. We are not to worship anyone or anything else other than the one true God. The Bible tells us repeatedly not to contact or attempt to contact the dead. This is prohibited.
Major belief system in Asian countries. Major religions in Asia. Asia is the largest and most populous continent and the birthplace of many religions, including Buddhism, Christianity, Confucianism, Hinduism, Islam, Jainism, Judaism, Shinto, Sikhism, Taoism, and Zoroastrianism. Each of these religions is located in the area of Asia. China and neighboring countries, with a population of 1.4 billion plus, have religions of ancestor worship, atheism, Buddhism, Confucianism, Taoism, folk belief, and witchcraft. Confucianism is a way of life taught by Confucius in China in the 6th to 5th century BC, and the rituals and traditions associated with him. Sometimes viewed as a philosophy, sometimes as a religion, Confucianism is perhaps best understood as an all-encompassing humanism that is compatible with other forms of religion. Or belief. Confucianism believes human-centered virtues for living a peaceful life. The golden rule of Confucianism is, do not do unto others what you would not want others to do unto you. Common belief in Confucianism: benevolence or mercy, righteousness, propriety, wisdom, honesty or integrity. Confucianism, sacred writings. 4 books: Analects, Great Learning, Doctrine of the Mean, Mencius. The 5 classics: Classic of Poetry, Book of Documents, Book of Rites, I Ching, or the Book of Changes, Spring and Autumn Annals. The Analects, the ideas and sayings of Confucius, put together around 70 years after his death, and the most widely read and studied books in China for the last 2,000 years, and continues to have a large impact on Chinese and East Asian thoughts and values today. If a man in the morning hears the right way, he may die in the evening without regret. Practice and ceremony. Confucianism has deeply influenced spiritual and political life in China. Its influence has also extended to Korea, Japan, and Vietnam. East Asians may profess themselves to be Shintoists, Taoists, Buddhists, Muslims, or Christians, but seldom do they cease to be Confucians. Followers of Confucianism have a tradition of holding spectacular memorial ceremonies of Confucius every year, using ceremonies that supposedly derived from Zhao Li, as recorded by Confucius on the date of Confucius' birth. Nowadays in China, it's a practice for some people to go to burn incense at Confucius Temple to get blessings for college entrance tests. Christianity versus Confucianism. Deity. Divinity of Jesus versus Confucius as a teacher. Life after life versus life in this world. Confucians have no specific beings as their gods. Confucius himself has never talked about gods, ghosts, or even afterlife. Sin. Christianity believes that people are marked by original sin and offers hope of salvation. Confucianism holds that people, as incarnations of heaven, are born good, and that evil is the result of moral failing. It does not offer hope of salvation. Major belief system in Asian countries. Taoism, Taoism. Major religions in Asia. Asia is the largest and most populous continent and the birthplace of many religions, including Buddhism, Christianity, Confucianism, Hinduism, Islam, Jainism, Judaism, Shinto, Sikhism, Taoism, and Zoroastrianism. The distribution of religious beliefs in Asia. Asian religions. China and neighboring countries with a population of 1.4 billion plus. Ancestor worship, atheism, Buddhism, Confucianism, Taoism, folk belief, and witchcraft. Taoism, Taoism. Taoism or Taoism is a philosophical and spiritual tradition of Chinese origin which emphasizes living in harmony with the Tao. In Taoism, the Tao is the source, pattern, and substance of everything that exists. Taoism teaches about the various disciplines for achieving perfection by becoming one with the unplanned rhythms of the All, called the Way or Tao. Taoist ethics vary depending on the particular school, but in general tend to emphasize Wu Wei, action without intention, naturalness, simplicity, spontaneity. Taoists believe that people can become deities or live forever through practicing certain rituals and austerities. Taoists believe that the Supreme Being, ultimate truth, is beyond words or any conceptual understanding, but they name it as the Tao or the Way. The philosophy of Tao signifies the fundamental or true nature of the world. It is the essential, unnameable process of the universe. Tao both precedes and encompasses the universe. Taoists stress the importance of harmonizing with nature by balancing yin and yang and developing qi through meditation and disengagement. The 3 virtues of Taoism: compassion, kindness, love; moderation, simplicity, frugality; humility, modesty. Tao Te Ching. The most important Taoist text is the Tao Te Ching, or Tao Te Ching. The Way and Its Power, a 5,000-character synopsis of Taoist beliefs reportedly written by Lao Tzu shortly before he died. Basic Beliefs and Practices. Taoist philosophy recognizes that the universe already works harmoniously according to its own ways. If a person exerts his will against or upon the world, he would disrupt the harmony that already exists and go against the flow of life. Taoists believe that people can become deities or live forever through practicing certain rituals and austerities. Basic Beliefs and Practices. Physical practices. Because Taoism doesn't make a rigid division between body and soul, it recognizes that physical actions have a spiritual effect. Purity, meditation, breathing, energy flow, martial arts, diet. Taoism holidays. Lantern Festival. The Lantern Festival is the celebration of the first full moon of the year. This is also the birthday of Tianguan, a Taoist god of good fortune. Ghost, Hungry Ghost Festival. This is a festival of veneration for the dead. It is held on the 15th night of the 7th month in the Chinese calendar. Mid-Autumn Festival. This fall harvest festival is held on the 15th day of the 8th month of the lunar calendar. It is a traditional ethnic celebration of Chinese and Vietnamese people. Double Ninth Day. This is a day of respect for ancestors, held on the 9th day of the 9th month in the lunar calendar. Christianity versus Taoism. Christians preach of one God, creation and salvation. Christians believe that the ideal life is found in living in accord with the will of God. Doing so is believed to require God's help in the form of grace. In Christianity, salvation, also called deliverance or redemption, is the saving of human beings from sin and its consequences, which include death and separation from God by Christ's death and resurrection, and the justification following this salvation. Jesus Christ gives salvation by grace through faith. For a Taoist, the ideal life is to live in harmony with the Tao, the great way of nature. Taoists understand this to be something humans can achieve on their own. We are truly thankful for your interest in the ministry in Asian countries, and may the Lord bless your desires to serve in Asia.